A young woman traveling alone must be wary of strangers, especially those who are overly friendly, as their kindness may conceal deadly traps. Sarah, a sweet and lovely internet celebrity with many online fans, arrived in Thailand for a vacation. As soon as she entered a bar, a middle-aged man approached her. Feeling uneasy, Sarah was relieved when a woman claiming to be from the same city came to her rescue. Sarah let her guard down and accepted the woman's invitation to show her around. For the first few days, they got along well, and Emily seemed helpful and reliable. However, the next evening, Sarah returned to find her door open, her room ransacked, and her passport and cash missing. This was the first step in Emily's plan. To prevent Sarah from returning home, Sarah had to cancel her trip and call her boyfriend to explain. To her surprise, his first reaction was to blame her. "You couldn't even keep your passport safe? Are you trying to get back at me?" Heartbroken, Sarah ended the relationship. The following day, Emily invited her on a boat trip. She took Sarah to a deserted island. Upon landing, Sarah noticed a wooden stake with 8 days carved into it, indicating someone had survived there before. She didn't think much of it and even shared scary stories that night, jokingly asking if Emily had brought her there to make her disappear. To her surprise, Emily admitted that she intended to leave Sarah on the island. Sarah thought it was just a joke. The next morning, Emily stole Sarah's backpack while she was fast asleep and left alone on the boat, abandoning her on the island. Meanwhile, Emily moved into Sarah's villa and took over her social media accounts. Despite their different appearances, Emily donned a wig, wore Sarah's clothes, and used photo editing software to successfully impersonate her. Soon after, Emily set her sights on another blogger named April. She quickly gained her trust, just like before, and invited April to stay at her home. Unfortunately, Sarah's ex-boyfriend showed up unexpectedly, hoping to reconcile. To hide the truth, Emily claimed she had just rented Sarah's house and that Sarah had moved out. Though skeptical, the man left. He couldn't shake his suspicions and decided to investigate. He found the hotel from the photos and asked the staff if they had seen Sarah. When they said no, he grew more convinced the photos were fake. He revisited Sarah's account, examining the videos frame by frame, and finally found a clue. The photos on Sarah's account were actually of Emily in disguise. The next day, he returned to the villa, tied up Emily, and demanded to know Sarah's whereabouts. Emily sneered, "Try calling the police. I've altered the chat logs to show you beat her." The man, nearly losing control, was surprised when Emily offered to take him to Sarah. They arrived at the dock, where Emily suddenly pushed him into the water and jumped in after him, strangling him with a rope. The following day, she returned to the small island and found a freshly grilled fish on the shore, with 38 days carved into the wood, the exact number of days since she had abandoned Sarah. She rushed into the forest and to a hilltop where she discovered, to her horror, that Sarah had already erected tombstones for 2 victims. This thrilling movie is called Influencer.